Hey everyone, welcome back to Cruise class. In today's lesson, I'll be teaching you guys how to read the normal distribution Z table or Z table for some of you who might pronounce it like that. Now, this is the table or this is the curve of interest. Now, whatever probability that we read, it will be read from 0 to the Z score. Once more, from 0 to the Z score. That is what the shaded area represents. Now this table, some people call it the half table because there's another table that the curve itself is shaded here and also shaded here in the white area. But most courses usually use the half table where half of the curve, or not specifically half, but just this region is what is shaded, right? Now, let's say we have a Z score of 1.73. We'd first look to the left column. We look for 1.7. And then we look up here for 3. So 1.7, 3. And that would intersect 1.73 would intersect right here. So therefore the probability for 1.73 Z score would be 0.4582. Let's say we have a Z score of 0.56. So we'll first look over here, 0.5, and then we go all the way over to the 6, and this would be the 6. So for a Z score 0.56, we would have a probability of 0.2123, and that's basically how we identify a probability on a Z score table. Now let's look at an example. Quick example. If we have an observation of 25, standard deviation of 10, and a mean of 18, the Z score would be 25 minus 18 divided by 10, which would be 7 over 10, which would be 0.70. And 0.70, when we read it on the table, we would get a probability of 0.2580. And all that means is that when we draw our standard normal curve, the mean will be represented by 0. The 0.70 obviously would be on the right side because it's greater than 0. And then we will just fill in the probability of 0.2580 right here. Remember, it will always occupy the space that is from 0 to the Z score. 0 to the Z score, the space in between is where the probability will be. And as we can see in this example as well, if x is 27, the observation is 27, the mean is 30, and the standard deviation is 2. The Z score would be x minus mean over standard deviation, 27 minus 30 over 2, which will give us negative 1.50. And yes, Z scores can be negative. However, probabilities will never be negative. You cannot have a negative probability. So therefore, we will just work it as if it is the same thing. So it will be negative 1.50. That will give us a probability of 0.4332. And this negative simply indicates that it would be on the left side instead of on the right. So it would still be from 0 to the Z score. From 0 to the Z score, the space in between is what the probability will occupy of 0.4332. Because as we know, probability cannot be negative. And that's how we read the Z score table and how we apply it to finding probabilities.